the thing you have to do is start it now. One of the strongest factors for what makes a website successful is time. Time on to prove to Google and to people that you're an authority, that you really know what you're talking about, that you're an expert in your field. And really, the best time to start a website is yesterday. You need that time on so that you can develop, you can grow, expand your presence. So really take the lead, take the step. If you're serious about getting your business going, expanding and growing your business, trying to find that financial independence, you really got to take that step and move forward, get that forward momentum going now.
Today, we're going to talk with Chris Lonergan down in Orlando, Florida, all about how to have a world-class website, how to improve your online presence, making the most of social media, the internet, and making sure that we're getting leads, new customers into our company and having a good reputation online. Without further ado, he is from Orlando where it's raining today. What is up, Chris?
How's it going? How are we doing, Paul?
I am doing well. So you have some notes to share with us. I'm a student. I want to learn today. I want my online presence to step up my game online. So what do you got for us?
Absolutely. There's a lot of ground to cover here. One of the biggest things that I like to talk about when we talk about websites and online marketing is you have to remember that you're building for two key things. You're building for visual appeal. You want your website and your online marketing to look great, but you're also building for SEO, for search engine optimization. And there's a difference. There are some companies that only do SEO. There are some companies that only do visual things and social and all that. But it's really important that you do both. You want to have a site that's attractive, an online presence that make people interested in who you are, but you also behind the scenes want to make sure it works so that it does funnel people to your website too, so you can be found and people can like you and trust you based on your marketing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what business is about. We get the traffic, we get the leads, we make them our offer, whether you're mowing someone's grass or pressure washing their driveway or doing a landscaping job or fill in the blank. It doesn't matter what the offer is. But before we can make the offer, we have to have the lead. To get that, we have to have the traffic. And then, we obviously have to convert the lead into a customer. So tell us a little bit about what you guys do at Footbridge, because that's who we've been recommending. I've came down to Pensacola before and hung out with you. So how do you guys kind of help a lawn care business owner or a landscaping business actually get all that established online?
Absolutely. Footbridge Me has been working with contractors fairly exclusively, including lawn and landscape folks, since 2004. That's really been our bread and butter, is working just with contractors and home service providers. And we start that really with our core marketing program. That's really your jumping off point, everything you need for a really basic online marketing presence. That means getting your website up and running. We help folks to write the content, to build out the sites for them, to maintain their websites for them and add to them over time. We also help folks with their local SEO. A lot of folks are familiar with the map pack in Google. We do some work there to help you with your map pack ranking. And we also offer some add-on services to kind of help support that. So our review management system is a great part of our core marketing program. Makes it really easy for lawn care folks and landscapers to get their client base into that system and to funnel them so they can leave some good Google reviews for you, which really helps to make you look good, but also rank better online. So the core of it really is that core marketing presence, and then working with our marketing consultant team. They're the folks then who are really your go-to marketing resource here at Footbridge Media. You can reach out to them with any marketing question. Online questions are great, but even offline, print, digital questions, they're really there to be your marketing guru.
Tell us a little bit more about that Google Map Pack, what that is, and how you actually get your business popping up there.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into the Google Map Pack. It's a really important spot because for a lot of terms that lawn care and landscaping folks use and that customers are using to find that service, that will trigger the Map Pack to show up. That's the term we like to use. It's basically the 3 map listings that show up usually toward the top of a search engine results page when you enter in a search for something like lawn care near me. So the folks who are there at positions 1, 2, and 3, they tend to get a really good number, if not the majority of those clicks and calls. So behind the scenes, there are what we call citations, basically local directories where it's appropriate for lawn care and landscapers to be present and make sense for them from a business standpoint to have a presence. We make sure that you're populated there in those places, but also that review management system helps to feed your Google reviews. Google reviews, I always like to say, are one of the things that you can do that most strongly impact your Google local success. So getting folks to get out there, organically get you those reviews. You want to have a good number of reviews, but you also want to have a good average review rating. I always like to say 4, 4.5 or above is really the target there. And you always want to have more reviews than your competing contractors in your area.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some practical tips for getting more reviews? Like, how do we present that to a customer or ask a customer? What have you found works best to actually getting a real customer to leave a real 5-star review on Google?
I'm a really big fan of going old school and asking for the review. I think that every job, after every job, you want to know that your customer's happy. So you're going to ask them that question, or you should be, when you finish the job. You want to say, "Hey, did we do a good job for you today?" Because you want to make sure you leave them satisfied. And when they do, the natural part of that conversation is to say, "Well, then, can you help me out? Would you be able to leave me a online review? It really helps me as a small business, helps me to grow." That first ask, I think, is a really big part of it. It's a lot of contractors and land care and landscaping land care guys are kind of afraid of that ask sometimes. They feel like they're imposing. But really, I don't think you're imposing. You're a business person. You're just asking somebody to help you out. People are more than happy to help when you ask them nicely. There's a lot of research that shows that if you do make that ask, people will be more likely to leave you that review. So that's step one, definitely, is just ask for the review. And then step two is to make sure you follow up. You make it easy for them. You want to reduce the friction, reduce the number of hurdles they have. That's where our review management system is a great example of that. You can send your client a text message and or an email to up with them, and you give them the direct link to your Google listing. They can then click on it, add their 5 stars, add their couple words, and it really makes it easy for them to do it. And to them, it feels like they're maybe doing you a favor. They're helping out a small business, and people love doing that. So it's kind of a natural win-win for everybody.
Yeah, that is so good. So important. I've been looking at some different places to live in a new city, and I'm just going on Google. And I am, when I say I'm going through the reviews, Chris, I click on Google. There's a thing where you can click highest, lowest, newest. I click on lowest, and so I go through all the 1 stars. And if there is a 1 star, I'm like, okay, I read it, and then if the person is just like, maybe the person leaving the review is the 1 star person because they're all sour and I look and they have all these other 1 stars. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to listen. That person's just bitter at the world, so I'm going to disregard that. But then I'll read through them, and if they're consistently making the same complaint, I'll just like, okay, I'm not going to do business with them. And I am diving through these Google reviews as a consumer to make the smartest decision. And I consider myself a somewhat intelligent person. Your lawn care landscaping customer, if they're a good customer that you want, that's the kind of research they're going to be doing. So you want that Google presence to be impeccable. I had a coaching call recently, Chris, with a fella, Brian from Fox Landscape, and he's up in New Hampshire, I believe. And he hired you guys and went through the process. You guys built him a website for his lawn care company. So explain what that onboarding process is like. Someone maybe has the most raggedy website you could imagine, or no website, and they're like, you know what? It's the spring rush. I just made a bunch of money. I got all this money in my bank account. I should probably invest some of it into my business. It's time to get a legit website. What do you guys charge? How long until the website's live? What information do we have to give to you? How does it work from A to Z, the process?
Absolutely, and that's a fairly common process. We get a lot of contractors that come to us, a lot of lawn care and landscaping folks who come to us, and they say, "I like you said, I have no website, or maybe I've done my own website for a little while, and it's a very basic thing, and I know I need to upgrade it because I know I need to take my business to the next level." So with us, when you get signed up with us, the thing I love about Footbridge is that we do not have contracts, we don't have hidden fees or anything like that. We're very simply a month to month program because we want to earn your business month to month. We want to make sure that you're happy and you're satisfied. That all starts when you first sign up with us. You work with our onboarding team here at Footbridge Media, and they basically get to know you. They get to understand you, your business, your target areas, the exact services that you offer. So we know from a technical standpoint what things we need to write about, what things we need to prepare for. The very first step is we'll prepare a design proof for you, basically a one-page website sample of what we propose your new website will look like. And that might be based on your suggestions, the colors in your logo. If you've had other print work done in the past that you like the design of and you share that with us, we'll take all that information to create that single design proof. Once we get that approved with you, we can go back and forth and tweak and update that. But once we get it approved, then we'll start writing all the content for you and ultimately building and launching the website. That whole process takes approximately 4 weeks from your design approval to your site launch. And during that time, you're working with our marketing consultant team. You're being introduced to those folks. so we can really hit the ground running. We can help with some education. Again, we talked about that review management system. We do some education when your site launches to make sure that you know how to use that. And once your site goes live, you have another good deep dive call with your consultant, and they'll work with you to understand you, your business, kind of your goals and your budgets. And from there, we'll come up with a customized marketing plan to even further augment how your business can work on and expand its visibility online. Normally, the program is $249, but for folks who come to us and they make sure they tell us about you and let us know they came from Paul Jameson, we actually have a discounted program price. It's $199 per month for all folks that come from you from this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's an incredible deal. And you guys practice what you preach. Your Google reviews, you have 170 for Footbridge Media, and you're a 4.8 star with just raving reviews. And so a while ago, I was complaining to my buddy Jason Creole from the Alabama Lawn Pros. I was like, man, why can't there be a company out there that can make a good website? Like, how hard is it? I thought about starting a website business for about 30 seconds, then realized I'm not doing that. But I was like, there's such a need there for my audience. Guys need a lawn care website, a landscaping website. And it just seems like I had gone through a few other companies that just mistreated the customer and didn't, perform the service of creating a website on time and in a professional way. And I was so frustrated. So I'm griping and complaining to the old Jason. We go golfing and you think we'd be out there smoking a cigar, enjoying the day. I'm out there. Why can't a company get a website? And I'm complaining to Jason. He's like, I found them. They're down in Pensacola, Florida, a good old company. And so I got in my car and I drove down like a wounded dog. I drove down and I met, I think her name was Jamie and then Bailey. And they gave me a tour and everything. And I just vetted you all out because I was like, I'm not going to share with my audience any company that's not really good. And so it's been such a blessing because you've built so many of my listeners really good websites, on time, professional. You guys have just done a really good job. And so it's a very affordable rate too, a couple $100 a month, $199. And explain again what they get for $199 a month. And I want to just say thank you for being a good company. It was hard to find you guys, but I'm glad Jason found you and told me about you. And I've been referring, if you need a website, it's Footbridge Media.
Well, I love that. Thank you so much. And I wouldn't have stuck around here if I didn't feel exactly the same. I think this company is one of the most altruistic companies I've ever worked with. They really do care about the contractor. At the end of the day, the reason that Aaron O'Hanlon, the founder here at Footbridge, started this business is because he worked with a lead gen company and he saw how when folks bought leads, it was a little bit more expensive and usually people are being overcharged for the quality. That was kind of the thing that started Footbridge Media. And our drive has always been, how can we deliver the best possible product without overcharging for it, with charging a fair rate to make sense for us, but also to help other small businesses. Yeah, for that $199 price, that special that comes for folks who mention you specifically, that includes the initial website design and build, all the content creation that comes along with that. So we write content for every major service you offer, for the major cities that you service, the about and the home and all those kinds of pages. We build out the entire site for you. It includes the review management system that we talked a little bit about there. It includes that local map assistance. We help to build up your Google business profile. Also includes access to our marketing consultant team. That's one of the biggest helps there, especially for folks who, like we talked about earlier, maybe they're just starting up their website for the first time. They really don't know what they're looking for necessarily. They just know they need to be online. So having that marketing consultant team basically there, a phone call or an email away, is one of the biggest helps that most folks find. And then that opens up the door to other programs that are available to add on. But that core program at $199, that's really that core online marketing and ongoing marketing assistance, changes to the website, things like that.
So there's other companies out there. They charge $5,000 for a website, $10,000 for a website. I've seen even more than that for $199 a month. That's just a special rate. You got to tell them you're a Paul Jameson listener. Just click on the link on the show notes for Footbridge Media to get that deal. But let's say I want you guys to build my website. I pay $199, and then a month from then I pay another $199, and it just is just ongoing $200 a month. I don't have to pay a upfront initiation fee or startup fee, or are there other fees that I'm missing out here on building the website?
Nope, you're correct. It's just that $199 month over month program price. don't have any contracts that lock you in, so you're not there for a certain amount of time. But we don't have any build fees or anything like that. We've always really believed that if we build a good product, you're going to stay because you really like it, and because we're helping you to grow your business. We're helping you to expand your online presence so that you can get more business, so you can earn more folks, and we can continue to earn our own paycheck in that regard. It's a lot of folks can. There's a lot of people who charge a lot of money for websites. I've seen some folks. I have some horror stories of folks who told us they spent $20,000 to build a website, and it didn't work at all, and they came to us, and their jaw hit the floor when they, could pay the $249 for most folks, but $199 for Paul Jameson listeners, when they could pay that price and get a product that really delivers on both the visual and the SEO side of things. We're able to do that because we only work with contractors. We only work with folks like lawn care and landscaping folks. So we understand how those businesses operate already. We don't have to go and learn all of that again. We're not generalists. We really focus on those industries so that we can deliver the best product possible.
That is so good. I'm one of those suckers that got scammed, that paid way too much for a website. Not once, twice. I just got scammed. And oh man, it's been a really rough experience. So it's such a blessing to find you guys. I know you are really dialed in on the trades, on contractors. That's your specialty. You understand the totality of the Google business profile, the Google pack. If you can type lawn care near me and you pop up there, you just better have the power to go out and serve those customers, because the phone's going to be ringing, and you just got to have the foundation to be able to handle that influx and that traffic. But you guys do a great job, and have my endorsement, and it's been a blessing to see listeners get their website built from you guys, and get that digital presence beefed up, a website they're proud of. When a customer looks at it, it just looks professional. And it's great what you guys are doing. Is there anything I'm leaving out here that you want to address, or just some tips that you have to build a better online presence?
I think overall, the thing you have to do is start it now. One of the strongest factors for what makes a website successful is time on to prove to Google and to people that you're an authority, that you really know what you're talking about, that you're an expert in your field. And really, the best time to start a website is yesterday. You need that time on so that you can develop, you can grow, expand your presence. So really take the lead, take the step. If you're serious about getting your business going, expanding and growing your business, trying to find that financial independence, that business independence, you really got to take that step and move forward, get that forward momentum going now.
Totally. And the easiest way to get there, if you go to thepauljameson.com, that's my new website. pauljameson.com was taken, so we threw the in there, like we're Ohio State Buckeyes. It's thepauljameson.com. When you get there, it says resources at the top. Just click on resources, and you'll see where it says Footbridge Media. And from there, you'll see a big special rate, $199 a month for if you're hearing this podcast. But that's the route you got to go, so you don't have to pay the $249 a month. And just tell them Paul sent you, and they'll take good care of you, and build your website, get you helped out on Google business profile, and get that thing beefed up, and get your marketing going, and you'll be off to the races. But in our world, it's what Google says about you, right? That's what matters. And you guys can definitely help, Chris.
Of course, yeah. At the end of the day, you've got to play that Google game if you want to get that visibility. And that's what I love seeing, is when we can get contractors to, like you said, to beef up their GPBs, to build up those reviews, to build up that online presence, so that they can be the answer for a customer's search query. I love to see that. I love seeing small businesses succeed.
And do you have any testimonials of a contractor that's gone through your services and got more customers?
Oh, absolutely. We've helped thousands of contractors over the years. Like I said, we've been doing work with contractors exclusively since 2004. You can even go to the Footbridge Media website. We've got case studies there, including a video that we just recently did with a pressure washer that we work with. Feel free to check out those online testimonials there and reviews. And like you said, we've got a bunch of Google reviews you can also go check out. A lot of contractors we've helped over the years.
Cool. Well, I really appreciate your time today, Chris. This has been very helpful. Again, you can go to thepauljameson.com for a limited time. I don't know how long the special rate's going to be there, but snag it while you can, and click on resources, click on Footbridge Media, and you'll see it says special rate $199 a month. If you've been kicking the can down the road and thinking about, I'm going to get a website, but you've been making excuses, now's the time to get your digital presence. What Google says about you is a lot in this day and age. You want to put yourself out there where Google shows that you're professional, that you're reputable, that you're trustworthy, that you know what problem you solve, what customer you serve. Chris and the team at Footbridge can help you guys with that. So head to dpauljameson.com, click on resources, click on Footbridge Media, and you'll be there. Or just look in the show description here, and we'll have the link pinned down below as well. Whether you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on the podcast, the show notes, show description will have the link to Footbridge as well. So thanks so much, Chris. Did I cover everything?
I think so. Yeah, I think we did it.